Hey everybody, how you doing? Tom Barnes here, Stories from the 78. You know, with it being Black Friday this coming weekend, you're gonna get out, you're gonna do a little shopping. Maybe don't do it all online. Maybe do it old school and head out to a local boutique. Support small business. Rock and Rags is one of those here in Lincoln Park. They have another one up in Highland Park, locally owned by people of the neighborhood, and they mix a little rock and roll music and a little fashion at this boutique. I'm gonna talk to the owner, Kira, right now for this story from the 78 and check out the space. I tell you what, nothing like getting greeted by the one and only David Bowie when you walk into a place called Rock and Rags. It's all apropos, and I'm here with Kira, the owner. How are you, Kira?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. I think that this is awesome. Your store blends a little bit of music, rock and roll lifestyle with a boutique vibe. I mean, that's it's fantastic.
Yeah, you know, when we designed this space, we wanted it to feel like rock and roll meets Mediterranean glam, because a lot of times in Chicago in the winter, it's gray, it's sad, and I want you to come in here and it feels like you're on vacation, not just from the decor, but from the way that you're treated, the positive energy in the air, and of course, the really cute clothes that we carry.
So you are part of a rock and roll family, if you will. The Kessler name goes far beyond the store with the Rock and Rags. You have roots up in Highland Park. Your dad was in a band. I imagine your dad being in a band for years now. He's in his 70s, still rocking the band.
Yep.
And that helped you get into at least the naming of this store and the lifestyle clothing.
Absolutely. So rock and roll and music is really at the heart of everything that we do, from the decor in the store where you see the disco ball mirror, the Woodstock poster, the different band posters, and even vinyl records. But really this all began with a record store. My brother and I, my brother's my co-CEO, we grew up going to Camp CD City over the summer, which was my dad's record store. And that's where we learned about the power of relationships in terms of keeping a brand alive and healthy. And so in the early 2010s, my dad's music store was struggling, so we decided to partner up together and open Rock and Rags. Now, I always loved clothing. As soon as I was old enough for a worker's permit, I was working at Free People, and I was their top seller there, and eventually I asked myself, why am I doing this for this giant company when I could be doing it for my own family? And so Rock and Rags was born in 2013. We have our first location in Highland Park, and just 2.5 years ago, we opened up our second location in Lincoln Park. We launched an online store right before COVID, which we were so fortunate with the timing.
Talk about timing, huh?
Right, but through all of that, we've kept the music roots alive. So whether that's in the decor of the store, whether that's in featuring vinyls still within the store and selling those, or even on our website, we name all of our clothing after song names. So for example, I'll show you a bestseller.
Please do.
This is called the Best Time Sweater. It is named after the song The Best Time to Wear a Striped Sweater, the millennials will remember, from SpongeBob. So everything is still named after songs. Actually, our best-selling skirt is called the Sunshine Daydream skirt, named after the Grateful Dead.
Which you have homage to right up there.
Absolutely, and we keep those roots alive in everything that we do. So you'll see like the guitars on the wall. This is my dad's old guitar. He still has a band today. We have the records, both new and old. We sell them, and they're also present in the decor, and then a little bit of rock and roll vibe in the type of items that we carry. We want to have something for everyone, and we really focus on quality items, but at attainable prices, because when my dad had a struggling music store when I was in high school, I couldn't afford the $300 jeans that my friends were wearing, and the hair and the makeup for the dances, and I want anybody to be able to come here at any time and be able to get something. So our rings start at like 20, 25 bucks.
Basically, which is super affordable.
Yeah, basically everything on this table is going to be under $50, except for we recently started delving into the world of vintage. And so we brought in this one-of-one vintage wristwatch collection sourced by Square Vintage Company. And these have been a massive hit. So for the first time, not only are we doing women's, but we're also doing a small men's collection for the holidays so that you can get something really cool and unique for your brother, your boyfriend, your husband, your dad, you name it. Another way that we've started introducing new categories to keep things affordable is in terms of occasion dresses.
Which is big right now this time of year, right?
This
Everybody's
time
doing
of
something.
year, and all the time when people have wedding guests, there's one website, I won't say it here, but everybody gets their dresses from there. They are mega expensive. The dresses are $300 to $600, and when you have 5 weekends of weddings in a row, nobody wants to spend that. And so I started bringing in these occasion dresses, keeping them around $100 price point, if not less, and they are just as nice as what you'll find on these websites, but such a more attainable price point. I actually just had a woman come in the other day and look at one of our dresses in the front and tell me she saw this online at this website for $650 and it wasn't lined, and ours is $78.
$78.
$78.
So almost a $500 difference.
Yeah, she was laughing as she was checking out. She was like, you won't believe this.
And I love that you are a boutique store, and people sometimes associate boutique with expensive, and you are flipping that on its side because you're the exact opposite. It's very $78 for a dress that's formal is very affordable.
Absolutely, and we carry some elevated brands like a Free People, which for me is a really good story because I told you when I was 15 I could get a worker's permit. I started working for a clothing brand. That was Free People. So now over 10 years later, I get to carry them in my store, which is so special to me. But I really work to choose items from them that are attainable. So this sweater is still under $100. Our best-selling tanks are the Spill the Tea tanks. These are $28, made in the USA.
$28, made in the USA.
One size, they're fantastic, and most importantly to me is they're comfortable. So when you walk around our store and you actually touch the materials and you feel it, you will see that I'm someone that really cares about being comfortable, and that's something that I really lead with in terms of my buying. So whether that's really soft, stretchy materials, whether that's adding a little built-in bra for comfort so that it's easy for women to wear. When I do the buying, I think about what are the things that would normally make women uncomfortable. Maybe wearing a mini skirt and feeling uncomfortable. Instead, we add built-in shorts. Wearing a top that might be see-through and not supportive, we add a built-in bra. And so as an avid shopper and somebody that's dressed women for over 10 years, I know the things that make us confident and I know the things that don't. So then we started designing our own clothes, and this is actually one of my designs. So this is called...
So now fashion designer as well. Got it.
You know, we try, we try. This is called the Do It All tank. So I'm frustrated with not being able to find tops that were supportive, that I always had to wear a wired bra with, that would still be see-through, that weren't dressy, that were too cropped, really all of the above. That was what led me to design the Do It All tank. It's called that because you can really do it all in it. You can go to yoga, you can go to work with a blazer, you can go out for drinks. And the inside, I wish you guys could feel, it's a buttery, soft material, hyper supportive, and you have that lace detail that makes it a little bit more dressy. This is $34. It will last you forever. You can wash it, you can dry it, all of the things. So we actually have these coming for Black Friday.
I was going to ask.
In 2 new exclusive colors. So far, it's a dusty blue, a white, a black, and a baby blue. But you guys are actually the first to know. I'm bringing them in a baby pink and a dusty sage green for Black Friday in super, super limited quantities. So I'm really excited about that.
Fantastic. Tell me about the sweater too. Somebody was just in here and you were talking about your sweaters, and you mentioned other things, but specifically the sweaters. I think it was the texture of it again.
Our sweaters are fantastic. We have stuff for all different body types. So something like this is going to be more oversized. You could wear it off the shoulder. You could wear it on, but across the board, the constant that you're going to find is there are these hyper soft materials. And instead of being a $300 sweater, which is what you'll find at some other boutiques, this is, I want to say $68. So you can feel good about buying it. You can also feel good about supporting a small family business who is generally born and raised in Chicagoland. We do this not to be super rich, but to make people feel good about themselves in the clothes that they wear, feel good about what they're spending, and always have a really positive experience when they walk into the store.
I know, I love the fact that when I came in here, I didn't necessarily say that I was going to record this today, so I kind of threw you on the spot, and you managed to pull out a wardrobe from the store that is freshly minted for you to wear. But I love that you wear what you sell is what I'm getting at.
My entire wardrobe is Rockin' Rags. I feel like it's really important to only sell things that I feel proud of. And even with my employees, I always encourage them when they work to try on the clothes, to put on an outfit, because I want them to feel passionate about the stuff that they're selling. You know, I'm not just selling clothes to sell clothes. I'm selling clothes because I want to give women a wardrobe that they can feel really great and confident about.
What's your favorite thing that you sell in the store? If you had to pick one.
I mean, it's very difficult to pick one. I'd say within different categories, like right now, I love these tanks, but I'll show you my favorite piece for the winter season right now. So I'm a big jacket lover, as you have to be living in Chicago, of course. And recently we've brought in these, of course, faux fur, but faux fur jackets. They're fantastic. I love these. This one has a giant fuzzy hood. I think it's the cutest thing ever. And you will see me all winter long wearing this on the streets of Chicago because, again, I like to be cozy and comfy.
Let's get up in there.
So these are fantastic. This is suede on the inside, faux suede again.
Okay, all right.
But this is Free People, and instead of getting like $400 jackets from Free People, this is actually the most expensive thing in the store. It's $148, which to me, for a really nice fur jacket that you'll have for life, still pretty affordable.
And I would say for the neighborhood that we are in, Lincoln Park, $140 for a jacket is a great deal.
It's a steal.
For what the jacket is,
My
100%.
co-CEO just texted me yesterday down the street saying, overheard on Armitage, the skirt was still $500, even with 25% off. That will never be us. I don't want that to be us. I want you to be able to come in, get a whole new wardrobe for a few $100s. Now, one other brand that I love because of the story, they're a little bit pricier because they set the prices, is Boys Lie. Such a funny name, but it's a story that everyone can relate to, right? So it was these two girls, they met through their boyfriends at the time. The relationships didn't work out, but they became best friends. And whenever they got in a bad situation with boys, they would always joke to each other, Boys Lie. So they started this whole brand that's all about empowering women, and I can't tell you how many stories I'll hear from women that come in and have their own Boys Lie stories. So that's one of the things that for us is going to be really popular for Black Friday, because these sets are not the most inexpensive, but for Black Friday, on the Wednesday before, we're going to have 25% off, and on Friday, we're going up to 30% off, which is the biggest sale that we've ever done. So this is a big one. The Free People's a big one that are going to fly for Black Friday next week.
And you have kind of two different events going on. Up in Highland Park, you guys open up early, right? On right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so I always think about like, okay, you go to Thanksgiving, you eat all the food, you're so full, you probably nap for a few hours, and then you wake up and you're like, okay, what are we doing? Well, in the suburbs, there's not that much to do. So we started opening our store the night of Thanksgiving at midnight, and we call it Rockin' Rags After Dark. And the way people show up for it is absolutely incredible. We'll have a line down the street. We do hot cocoa and cookies, and then we always do a free gift, because I'm under the belief that instead of spending thousands and thousands of dollars on Facebook ads or marketing like every other brand, I would rather spend money on free gifts for my customers. So Black Friday at Highland Park, we'll be giving out the cutest free, really cute hair clips. And at Lincoln Park, we're actually going to be opening early at 9 a.m. on Friday. We're going to be giving out free hoop earrings or free rings.
Like the ones you're wearing?
Actually, these are one of the ones that will be available.
Move the fur. There we go. Now
Oh,
I can see.
sorry.
All right.
I just love to give back to our customers.
And I think that's what separates you from a lot of other places in the city in general, and definitely within certain areas of the city. You're giving back. And with all due respect to other businesses, they got to do what they got to do, but you are in the position to be able to do that, and you keep your prices affordable, which is fantastic. And this isn't just for a certain age. I mean, a woman was in here earlier who's a little bit older, you know, and probably maybe somebody's grandmother age, to women who are just becoming teens.
Absolutely.
Right?
I will dress anywhere from like 11, 12 years old to 85 years old. I mean, truly, there's something here for everyone. And when you first walk in, I hear a lot of women be like, oh, this is too young for me. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna put you in a little bathing suit top. I'm not gonna put you in a mini crop top, but I will put you in an amazing jacket, a great sweater, really comfortable quality denim, or many, many other things. So I just need to work with people one-on-one to identify their style and figure out what's the right fit for them. And that's one of my favorite things to do.
Perfect. Well, it looks like you got a customer in here, so we're going to wrap it up. We've been talking. So hi, how you doing? Kira, thank you so much. Kira Kessler, the owner of this fine business right here on Halstead in the Lincoln Park neighborhood. And also you got one up in Highland Park that people should check out.
Definitely check out Highland Park, the OG that we've had since 2013. Come visit me here at Lincoln Park, and do not miss Black Friday next week. This is our biggest sale of the year. You get discounts, you get free stuff, and hopefully I get to see you and meet you.
What's the website?
It's shoprockinrags.com, shoprockinrags.com. It's spelled like rock and roll.
Got it. Thank you, Kara. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, that is the story from the 78 here at Rock and Rags. TomBarnishChicago@gmail.com if you have a story from the 78 suggestion, or hit me up at the website storiesfromthe78.com. Find me on YouTube, subscribe, the whole thing. Happy holiday shopping, everybody. We'll see you later.